Chapter 3 Nutrients. What are nutrients? Nutrients are the constituents in food that must be supplied to the body in suitable amounts. These include carbohydrates, fats, minerals, vitamins, and water. Chemical substances obtained from food are used in the body to provide energy, structural materials, and regulating agents to support growth, maintenance, and repair of body tissues. Nutrients may also reduce the risks of some degenerative diseases. Food is composed of wide distribution of nutrients, which have very specific metabolic effects on the human body. Nutrients are generally divided into two categories: macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients, needed in relatively large amount, constitute the majority of an individual's diet. Essential nutrients are nutrients that cannot be synthesized by human body and therefore must be derived from food sources. Essential nutrients include vitamins, minerals, amino acids, fatty acids, and some carbohydrates as source of energy that are needed for growth, maintenance, and activity. Macronutrients include carbohydrates, proteins, fats, macrominerals, and water. Micronutrients are vitamins and trace or microminerals. Vitamins and trace minerals are labeled as micronutrients because the body only requires them in very small amounts, generally less than 100 milligrams per day. They have preventive and therapeutic role in our diet and don't provide any energy. Vitamins are organic substances that we ingest in our body with our food that act as catalysts. Trace minerals are inorganic that once ingested play a role in variety of metabolic processes and contribute to the synthesis of such elements such as glycogen, protein, and fats. There are 6 essential nutrients that the body needs to function properly. Nutrients are compounds in foods essential to life and health, providing us with energy, the building blocks for repair and growth, and substances necessary to regulate chemical processes. These 6 major nutrients are proteins, bodybuilding foods, functions. 1. Maintenance and growth. The need for proteins to maintain and repair the old tissues continues throughout life. 2. Regulation of body processes. Nucleoprotein contains the blueprint of the synthesis of all the body proteins. Catalytic protein enzymes that facilitate each step of digestion and absorption. Hormonal proteins set or release the brakes that control metabolic processes. Immune protein maintains the body resistance to diseases. Contractible proteins regulates muscle contraction. Blood protein, A. Transport protein, ferry nutrients to the tissues, e.g. hemoglobin. Lipoprotein, transferrin. Retinol building protein, B. Serum protein, serum albumin regulates osmotic pressure and maintenance of fluid balance. 3. Energy supplier, each gram of protein yields 4 kilocalories. 4. Proteins acts as regulatory and protective substances. Carbohydrates, source of energy, functions. 1. Body distribution. 2. Energy supplier. Carbohydrates are sources of readily available energy which is needed for physical activities and also for work of body cells. 3. Important for athletes. Best fuel for athletes as carbohydrates take less oxygen to burn than protein of fat, thereby enabling them to exercise harder, both during training and competition. 4. Protein-sparing action. The body will use carbohydrates preferentially as a source of energy when it is adequately supplied in the diet, thus sparing protein for tissue building. 5. Regulation of fat metabolism. Some carbohydrates are necessary in the diet so that the oxidation of fats can be processed normally. When carbohydrate is severely restricted in the diet, fats will be metabolized faster than the body can take care of the immediate products, the accumulation of which leads to dehydration, loss of body sodium, and ketosis. 6. Role of gastrointestinal function. Lactose promotes the growth of desirable bacteria, some of which are useful in the synthesis of B-complex vitamins. It also enhances the absorption of calcium. Dietary fiber yields no nutrients to the body, but aids in preventing constipation and several other functions. Fats and oils. Functions. 1. Body consumption. All body cells contain some fats. Ideal body consumption for females is 20 to 25% body fats, and males is 16 to 19%. With aging, the proportion of fat in the body generally increases, and that of protoplasmic tissue decreases. 2. Energy store. Primary function of fat is to supply energy. Each gram of fat is equal to 9 kilocalories. The high density and low solubility of fats make them an ideal form in which to store energy. 3. Satiety function: fats reduce gastric motility and remain in stomach for longer periods, thereby delaying hunger sensations, and so have high satiety value. 4. Palatability: fats lend palatability and flavor to diet. If fat is eliminated from the diet becomes very bulky, and it is often difficult to ingest sufficient food to meet energy requirements. 5. Insulation and padding: the subcutaneous layer of fat is an effective insulator and reduces losses of body heat in cold weather. Excessive layers of subcutaneous fats, as in obesity, interferes with the heat loss during warm weather. Fats also have some value as a lubricant for the gastrointestinal tract. 6. Carriers of fat-soluble vitamins: dietary fat is a carrier of fat-soluble vitamin A, D, E, and K. Some fats are also necessary for the absorption of vitamin A and carotene. Thanks for listening this Unit 3 podcast. Next portion will be covered in Part 2.